Hi friends, and welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to do a video I have been wanting to do for the longest time, and that is my series in progress video. I'm going to go over all the series that I am in the middle of, some of them that I have just finished, and some that I will never finish. So let's get into it. Before we get started, like, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you can get notified of all my new bookish content. I do a lot of book recommendations, book reviews, I play a TBR game, do monthly wrap-ups, those kind of fun bookish content things, so do subscribe if you enjoy that kind of content. So in my reading journal, I have a spread here where I keep all of my series in progress. Some, thankfully, I have recently finished, but we are going to start with a dishonorable mention, and that is for the A Song of Ice and Fire series by George R.R. Martin. I own and have read every single thing published related to A Song of Ice and Fire. However, books 6 and 7, The Winds of Winter, and A Dream of Spring may never come to fruition, which is something a coworker of mine reminds me every time he sees me. And this just brings me utter devastation. There is no series on the face of the earth that I love more than A Song of Ice and Fire. I was devastated by the season 8 ending of the show, and I wrote quite a bit of fan fiction trying to correct it in my mind, but alas, we'll never have the real answer, will we? And in case you've been living under a rock and have never been to Westeros, the Song of Ice and Fire series is an epic fantasy series where warring families compete for the Iron Throne. It's really difficult to explain, it's really intricate, but you probably already know what I'm talking about. And yes, forever and always, she's McQueen. Moving on to a series that I have been reading since I was 5 years old, no lie. My sister read me the first book in this series when I was 5, and I have been reading them ever since, and that is the Vampire Chronicles series by Anne Rice. There are 13 books in this series. I have read the first 7, and I am stuck right in the middle on book number 8, that is Blood and Gold by Anne Rice. It's been on many TBRs, but I just can't get to it because there is a spin-off series that cuts this series right in half, and until I finish that one, I cannot rightfully move on with this one. If you've never heard of Interview with the Vampire Queen of the Damned or the Vampire Chronicles, this book details the lives of vampires. Primarily our protagonist, the antagonist, Lestat, who is rebelling against vampire kind and bringing them all out of the coffin. I absolutely love these books. They are kind of hit and miss for me sometimes, but Lestat is always one of my favorite characters to follow. His rebelling against vampire kind, making music, doing his own thing, turning whoever he wants, whenever he wants, however he wants. The man lives, right? So I really enjoy these books. I can't wait to continue on with this series. But in the meantime, I have actually been reading the spin-off series, The Mayfair Witches. You have The Witching Hour, Lasher, and Taltos. I am on the 3rd book here. And when I finish this one, I think I'll finally be able to move on and continue reading the Vampire Chronicles. But I just can't move forward with the Vampire Chronicles when I know this spin-off series is right in the middle. Now, the Mayfair Witches is about the titular witches who have a legacy throughout history of having a demonic force tied to them. One female throughout generations will inherit this demon-type creature who latches onto them, wants to give them everything they've ever desired. They get magical abilities in some way. They inherit the family fortune, so on and so forth. But this demonic creature, Lasher, has his own priorities. And throughout the books, we see this develop into what Lasher himself really wants out of the Mayfair women. The next series I am in the middle of is Outlander by Diana Gabaldon. Outlander's main series has 9 books. There are also a spin-off series for Lord John Grey, who is one of my favorite characters, but I am up to book 5, The Fiery Cross. Now, this details the lives of star-crossed lovers Claire and Jamie, as Claire has traveled through time into the past 200 years into the past in Scotland, and how their lives come together across time, across space, that their love really prevails. It is a family saga. And this is very much historical fiction with just that little sci-fi twist of time travel. I really enjoy these books. I am not much of a romance reader myself, but I do really enjoy spending time with these characters. Claire, Jamie, and Lord John Grey are my favorite characters in these books. I spend all kinds of reading time with them. These books are massive door stoppers, and I always breeze through them like they're nothing. I really enjoy these books. The next series I have just begun is the Southern Reach series. This was once a trilogy, but now is a quadrilogy by Jeff Vandermeer. This is a sci-fi dystopian series, and it is so atmospheric, so creepy. This details the stories of Area X. I've only read the first one, so I only know so much, but Area X is a kind of guarded area where a wall of shimmer has come up and strange things are taking place behind this wall. People go back there, time and space make no sense. There's weird creature hybrids. There's a tower that goes down into the ground and sluggy type slime monsters, aliens, people aren't coming back. Like a lot of weird goings on. I really need to get to the second book in this series because I don't know enough about it. But it's really atmospheric, really creepy, really intriguing, eerie, humid. It's really good. Like the writing in the first book was so good. I really need to go on with this series. Another series that I am unfortunately smack in the middle of a long series is the Southern Vampire Mystery series, also known as the True Blood books or Sookie Stackhouse books by Charlaine Harris. There are 13 books in this series. I am up to book 6. These are fun little bite-sized snacks that I feel were written especially for me. I love vampires since I was 5 years old. Like I said, my sister read Interview with the Vampire to me when I was 5, along with Salem's Lot. I have been a vampire girly since the beginning. Twilight did me no favors in curing me of that, and I love these books. I loved the show True Blood. I love seeing the differences between the series and the show. I really enjoy all the crazy shenaniganery in Bon Temps. I love Eric's character so much. He's so funny, and he's one of my book boyfriends for sure. Like every time I'm reading one of these books, I don't even care about the mystery. I just want to see what Eric is doing and what crazy thing is happening this time, because there is no off limits in these books, and I love that. Another series that I really need to get back to is Dune by Frank Herbert. This is a 6-book series with lots of spin-offs. I've only read the first book myself, but it is the beginning of a chosen one trope. Our main character, Paul, he is destined to save the planet he has moved to. Arrakis? Is this one Arrakis? I haven't read this book in so long. This is very much a space opera, long, in-depth world building, lots of politics going on. This is not for the faint of heart. This is hard sci-fi where you need to learn an entire new world, but I really did enjoy the first book and the movie, so I really do want to continue on with Dune Messiah. From the series I enjoyed, one I didn't enjoy so much, Songs of the Last Kingdom by Amelie Zhao is a duology, and I have read the first book, Song Like Silver, Flame Like Night, but haven't gotten into the second one yet. The first one was a little bit for me. Like, I kind of liked the characters, the magic was interesting, but I feel like, I don't know, it was just, you know when books are like, bad man bad because bad man graper? You know what I mean? Like he's a grapist. And that's just one of the, something that will immediately turn me off from a book. But that was there, but I do already own the second book, so at some point I will get to this. Because I can't resist reading super long series, the Wizard of Oz series by L. Frank Baum is a beloved children's series that has a total of 14 books. So many books in this series. I am up to book number 6. The first 3 books I really enjoyed. The next 2, not so much. Book number 6, let's see. I really loved the first 3 books, so I had so much high hopes in reading this series, but my hope has dwindled to a near standstill. I will be continuing on with it, but my hope is far and little to nothing. Because I enjoy slow death and torture of myself, I am also reading the Wheel of Time series by Robert Jordan. I am on to the second book in this 14-book series. There actually might be 15 of them if you include the prequel, maybe. So this series is incredibly long, high fantasy. The chosen one trope rears its head again. We are following a group of characters, 3 young men in particular, who will have a intense effect on the pattern of time and the outcome of the world. I don't know too much about this because I'm only 200 pages into the second book. But the world building is really rich, and you really are immersing yourself in a whole new world vocabulary, all new characters, all new concepts. It is a lot, so you have to be in the right headspace, which I am currently not, so I'm struggling to read the second book. But I am going to be continuing this series. From incredibly serious to incredibly silly, the Empyrean Series Fourth Wing is currently a trilogy, though there are 5 books planned. I have read only the first book, Fourth Wing, but I had a lot of guilty fun when reading this. This is a going to war college, dragon riding college, gonna meet spicy boyfriend and have a good time, then gonna rebel against the system type of book. It was really fun. I am gonna be continuing on. Off to a classic duology, and that is Jurassic Park by Michael Crichton. The first book in this series was a page-turner, a techno thriller for me. I'm actually afraid of dinosaurs, so this book did get to me, and I really did enjoy all the scientific aspects of this book that were not really included in the original film. So this was a good, fun time for me, and I will be reading The Lost World at some point, hopefully this summer. A YA dystopian series I am reading is Arc of the Scythe by Neal Schusterman. This is a 3.5 book series because there is a collection of short stories that goes along with it. And in this series, death is obsolete. Death does not occur on a regular basis anymore. You just go to a clinic and get remade and you're good to go. So the Arc of the Scythe, the role of a scythe themselves, is to put an end to people permanently. Of course, this is an incredible responsibility, and we follow 2 young apprentices who join the Arc of the Scythe lifestyle. It's been a while since I read the first book, so I don't remember it all that well. The next series I'm reading, because I can never get enough, is the Thrawn Trilogy, a Star Wars series by Timothy Zahn. This takes place after the events of the first movie. The Empire is slowly bubbling up in the background. They are never truly defeated, and Thrawn is ready to launch a military attack against the New Republic. I'm only 1 book in, but it did have a great nostalgic feel going on an adventure with our original 3 heroes. I really did have a fun time with this book and look forward to continuing the series. The next series is a duology, Secrets of the Nile by Isabel Ibanez, and I read this first book this past year, and though again I am not a romantasy or a romance reader, I really did enjoy the historical aspects of this book and spending time in Egypt and the mystery surrounding the archaeological digs. So I will be continuing this book with Where the Library Hides, and I can't wait for this one. The next series that I started this year is Legends and Lattes by Travis Baldree. I only read the first book, but these cozy, warm atmosphere vibes, all this little love story, I had a great time reading this book. And when I need a little warm cinnamon bun of a book, I will pick this up again. Another series I started this year because I just can't help myself is the Ernest Cunningham series. This is a murder mystery series by Benjamin Stevenson. I read the first book, Everyone in My Family Has Killed Someone, just a few months ago, and I really enjoyed it. I love a good whodunit style mystery, and I look forward to seeing what else this author puts on the table for this character. Once everybody in your family is a murderer, like how much more can you add to the story? I can only wait to see. And the final series that I am smack in the middle of is the Monk and Robot duology by Becky Chambers. I just read this first book, Psalm for the Wild Build, and we'll be reading the sequel here soon. This is a utopian, dystopian, sci-fi type cozy book that really just has low to no stakes, and we're just learning about ourselves, and it's a nice little break from some of the other heavy series that I read. And while that is the last series I am in the middle of, let's just go ahead and give me a congratulations for finally wrapping one up off my list, and that is the Wicked Years, the Life and Time of the Wicked Witch of the West series that I just completed the prequel to, and that was Elfie. I have a love-hate relationship with this series. I really enjoyed the first 4th book, but I also enjoyed the prequel. The middle 2 books, books 2 and 3, could get bent. They were so terrible. But there is a spin-off and companion series that follows the character from the 4th book, Reign, as she leaves Oz. So me being the sucker that I am, I already own this trilogy and will probably read it soon. Now, of course, I own dozens of other series that I need not be cracking into anytime soon, because that was a list, was it not? Let me know if you read any of these series, how you enjoyed them. Are you also angry that A Song of Ice and Fire is never going to be finished? Because I can't stop throwing a fit every single day. Like, subscribe, and come back for more bookish content. Bye!